uh, whee. Oh yeah. Yeah, cause I said, I swear I changed it. I swear I changed it. Yeah. What the fuck? Can you change the title, bro? Perhaps. I don't know. I don't know. Oh man. Did I just leave it on this for like 10 hours? Nah, I'm kidding. That's crazy. I ain't doing that. Downbad with Yiddies. Why are you changing my title? Alright, everybody, are you having a good time? Yeah! Yeah, hearing that hearing that makes me super happy. Thank you for your continued support from the bottom of my heart. I don't know, what the fuck is this? Bro, what the fuck is this game, bro? Soccer and a succubus, bro. This concert hall really is amazing, isn't it? I can't believe I was invited to perform in such an incredible venue. Fan number one. They ain't the number one fan for real. It's what you deserve. Ayu. We love you, Ayu. We'll always support you. Ayu. Wow. You all sound so passionate. I'm touched that you care so much about little old me. Hell no. You know, when I first started out, I was an underground idol. I didn't have many fans, and performing on the big stage like this was nothing more than an impossible dream. I used to cover anime songs on the streets. I worked hard to memorize the lyrics and the dance steps. Be real petty, what are you talking about? But I was just a novice, and I messed up a lot. You can clear the chat. Really? That's a thing? That's a thing. I didn't know you could do that. I never thought I'd come this far. Dog, what happened? What the fuck? The fuck happened, bro? I never thought I'd come this far. Sometimes I thought about giving up. But I knew that would be spitting in the faces of all you wonderful people who cheered me on, even when I was at my lowest. Ayu never gives up. You're strong, Ayu. Keep fighting! That was happening. I'm over here trying to read this Downbad game. How is that childish? She don't got the phone privileges, bro. Get out. Oh, she don't even got a phone? That's crazy. You can do it. You can do anything. We love you, Ayu. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Nah. And? Oh, I mean, like, this is nothing new to me. When I was still a beginner, I knew I couldn't afford to take a single fan of mine for granted. Your love and affection meant the world to me. You cheered me on, so I knew I had to keep going. I didn't want to let any of you down. If I did that, I wouldn't be able to call myself an idol ever again. My path was a hard one, but I never gave up. I devoted my life, my very soul, to the pursuit of being an idol. And now I finally made it. I'm standing on this huge stage in front of thousands and thousands of people, and I've never felt more humbled in my life. I'm a dip. I might be on later. Alright, Toxic. You guys are my light, my life, and my love. My heart belongs to every single one of you. You guys are my light. I read this. Whee! This is my latest single, Overflowing Feelings. Let's go. Alright, this is what I've been waiting for. That's what it said in the game. This is such a hype song. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps already. I can't believe that Ayu loves us so much. She's not like the other idols out there. She really does value her fans. She's so pure and beautiful. I just can't get enough of her cute smile. I'll support you until the very end of time. Ayu for now and forever. You're the only real life 3D girl for me, bro. What? Ayu. Yeah, that's right. Ayu. Jeez. What am I even doing with my life? He actually sighed. He's I stare at the stage, my hands jammed in my pockets. What? As the lights dim, the crowd falls silent. Oh, man. It's so silent you could hear a pin drop. If I was as crazy... Ayu? If I was crazy about Ayu? I'm just gonna say Ayu, fuck that shit. As some of these other fans, I'd probably consider it an immense privilege to even stand in the same room as she, no matter how far away I am from the stage. I'm sure for some of the guys here, this is the happiest night of their lives. A middle-aged man standing next to me is actually crying. Bro, what is going on, bro? What do you mean ignore that? I'm over here playing Gooner game, and I look over there, bro, and it's like Chicago streets. Like, I'm sure for some of the... Hey, chill on the 2 inches, gang. Okay. I'm sure for some of the guys here, this is the happiest night of their life. A middle-aged man standing next to me is actually crying. Bro, what? That guy has no life. Alright. Some diehard Ayu fans are acting like this concert is religious. Is a religious experience. Bro, I can't fucking read. And I guess I can't fault them for it. Ridiculous though it seems to me. Gods aren't so very different from idols. Okay. Part of me wishes I could join the hype, but this really isn't my scene. I'm pretty anxious too. When my boss finds out what happened today, he's gonna kill me. If only the trains hadn't been delayed. Then I would have gotten here in time, and I would have made it to the front of the crowd like I was ordered to. I brought my camera equipment with me, but I can hardly set it up now. The fuck is that word? Hemmed in by dozens of men, all wearing Ayu shirts and holding glow sticks. There's barely enough room to swing around a cat, let alone wield a large industry standard camera. This might be one of the worst nights of my life. This concert hall is huge, but it's not enough to accommodate all the IU fans. She's way too popular. Dog. What happened to the chat I used to love? Damn! I didn't even get to read it. What happened? Chill, 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 chill. I don't time out people. I don't time out people. No, I don't know what's happening, but like, cause like I'm like half reading that shit. Uh, but eh, uh, I see, I see, I see, I see, I see. I mean, I be sucking on air all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. um, uh, man, y'all need to wrap this shit up. Hey, I need to wrap this shit up. Hey, about be Christmas soon. Okay, let me shut up. Uh, on my soul, I'm about to crash out. Wrap this shit up like a cotton. What? Nah, bruh. Too soon. Too soon. Get that joke out of here. Hmm. That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think your chat ever had that shit. Two people going back at it? What, really? Hey, your chat, when the hell did that happen? Hmm. I mean, all I'm saying is, like, bro should just leave. Like, honestly. Like, I don't know. You don't have to agree, but you can just leave for real. My goodness. My goodness. Like, who? I mean, obviously him, like, low key, but, uh, but I mean, if it's really, like, bothering you like that, then I guess you should leave too. I mean, like, it's mainly just that guy, though, so, like, if he leaves, then, like, I don't know. The fuck did you do? Brandon, shut the fuck up. Damn. What did I do? Or didn't do? Why should I shut up though? What I do? Right. I forget that guy's name. Yeah, brother. That's not funny, but it kind of is. Man. Man. Is she out? No, not really. But to be fair, people don't be like in people's whispers like that either, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, oh man. Back to my Gooner game, I guess. Like first upon the stage like fireworks, once more revealing I use perfect body. Hell no, bro. The crowd is expecting goes nuts, bro. But she looked like she like fucking 13, bro. Get the fuck out of here. I use strikes and pros. Thank goodness. I use strikes and pose. She holds one arm out as though beckoning the crowd. Dog, what? Beat on me. I would just say, like, I don't know. No point in, like, it's on, at least in my opinion, if someone is irritated by something, you shouldn't, like, keep irritating them. Like, even if you don't agree with what they're getting irritated for, there's no point in doing all that. At least that's how I see it personally. Like, that's at least how I see it. Like that's not gonna help the person not be irritated, and it's also not gonna stop the back and forth from occurring. So like, just leave it alone. But I mean, I can't tell you what to do, so you can do you, I guess. But that's all I'm saying. While her other hand curls about her microphone. Yo, 10'6" ask. I use gaze sweeps across the sea of glow sticks spread out before her. She smiles sweetly as though thanking each and every one of her fans. For a moment, her eyes seem to catch mine. Her gaze lingers hot like coals upon me. I feel my skin prickle. Bro, what is wrong with this guy? As she picked me out of the crowd, does she even know I'm alive? I'm surrounded by so many people, it's doubtful she can even see me. I'm not even one of IU's fans. Then why are you there? I'm not at this concert because I love her music. If I'm being honest, I actually think her high pitched voice is annoying. Why the fuck are you here? Does IU know this? Is that why she's looking at me? Suddenly I feel exposed. I'm not like the other men here. I'm just a filthy imposter. I shouldn't be here at all. And the bright lights hurt my eyes. I wins. All the while, IU continues to hold my gaze. She stares at me, her eyes large and all-consuming. Now this guy freaked out. Then she begins to sing. I was freaked out. Dog, what? Your tassel? No, I'm not trying to get rid of you. I'm just saying, like, okay, I'm not you. Let me just straight up say I'm not you. But if it was me, if I'm mad and upset about something, sometimes removing myself from the scenario that can give me a breath of fresh air and allow me to, like, you know, calm down or whatever. I'm not saying for you to leave permanently. I'm just saying, like, why don't you just, I don't know, like, take a shower, go eat something. I don't know, walk around, something, doesn't matter. But, and then, like, maybe you come back and you wouldn't be, that upset about something. You showering with me? I mean, like, I'm not over there, so you already know the answer to that question. So, like, no, I'm not showering with you. I'm just saying. Alright, bro. Alright, okay. Tired of all that. My goodness. Anyways. Drip said give him a minute. I'm just gonna go back and play this. Well, this is just great. Now, what am I going to do? I kick at a loose pebble on the sidewalk. It skitters away, bouncing a handful of times before it's swallowed by the darkness. The street is dark, illuminated only by a few street lamps. It's cold too. I shudder. I'm not sure what time it is. IU's concert finished at around... the fuck is that time? The hell is military? That's like 9 o'clock, 9:30, I think. 9:30. But then there was the handshake event I had to go to. I attended on the off chance I might be able to get a brief word with the famous IU and a couple of photos, but it wasn't to be. I waited in line to shake IU's holy hand for well over an hour. I was almost at the front of the queue when the handshake event ended, and those of us unfortunate enough not to meet our idol face to face were told to screw off by a security guard. Well, he didn't say it in quite those terms. There were more apologies involved, but that's what it boiled down to. Sorry, but it's getting late, and IU has a busy schedule. We'll need to cut this handshake event short for now. I apologize to those of you who were unable to see IU. Please support her during her next concert. You'll get another chance to see her then. And with that, we were dismissed. My camera equipment weighs heavy in the bag looped around my shoulder. I wish I had a chance to actually use any of it. If only the trains hadn't been delayed. If only, if only. It's not my fault that I got the concert late. Got to the concert late. There were delays. It couldn't be helped. Try explaining to my boss on Monday, though. I know he'll pin the blame on this debacle squarely upon my skinny shoulders, bro. What? It's easier to shoo me out than the whole rail company. That's fair, that's fair. I seem to be sighing a lot lately. I think it must be stress. I think it must be stress, that, or a critical lack of sleep. Who knew being a photographer could be such hard work? It's almost midnight on Saturday. On a Saturday. It wouldn't be the first time my boss has made me work on the weekends. And it certainly won't be the last. I came all the way out here so I could take pics of IU's last concert, but I didn't get a single snapshot. What a waste of time. Ugh. I yawned, pressing one hand against my gaping mouth. Since it's late, I should probably head home. I feel exhausted and I have something of a headache. Curling up in bed and resting my head on a nice soft pillow sounds like heaven right now. But it's rare that I come to this part of Tokyo and part of me is craving a drink. There's a lot of nice high-class, welcome back, bars around this area. I sure could use a pick-me-up. I mean, you can whisper him. You seem to be active in whispers. I mean, I already told bro chill out, and I already said like, what did I say? I said that you should just like leave, like, or just like stop. Like if someone's irritated, you should just stop for real, like, you know. And then like he just called her a whore again. So I was just like, yeah, I'm done. Like, I'm not. The only reason I didn't is because, like, I don't know. I guess I like giving people chances, which that's on me. That's my fault. But like, I don't know. Like, bro's like 20, allegedly. Like, come on, bro. Just like chill out, chill out. I'm not changing. I'm not telling you to change how you think or your mind. I'm just telling you to leave or like be quiet. I got four. The fuck is my block terms? Probably N-word. That's funny. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure mods don't get their shit removed. I actually no, we tested this before. I tested this shit in your chat, and you had to time me out because the shit was coming through. Damn, I'm almost positive we did. Anyways, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. No, I don't need no damn hug. I'm not mad at you, but yeah. Sorry about that. No, not beating the allegations. Uh, only if only if I'm bedridden and sick and I can't move for real. Like, kiss my forehead, drippy. Uh. No. If I dolly too long, the trains, I'm not in them cultures. The trains stop running. Then I'll need to spend the night in a hotel. That sounds like a pain. But I can't cross that bridge when I get to it. Somewhat cheered by my plan, I turn neatly on my heels. Okay. There's a pretty nice bar around here. I'm not in those cultures, bro, so it's not normal to me. Well, fuck your culture, bro. I don't want to do anything to be a part of it. Okay. In some cultures, I don't know what I am, bro. I can be Botswanan for all I know. Fuck out of here. There's a pretty nice bar around here, only a short walk away. My aching legs could use some exercise, and the insistent wind helps bring some color to my cheeks. Okay. I'm not. What the hell is this writing? I have not gone more than a handful of steps. However, when I pause, there's a lone woman crossing the street parallel to me, walking in the opposite direction. Corny ass writing. Her head is low, her features obscured by the dark, but something about her looks familiar. Her hair is light orange brown color. Well, I mean orange Orange, brown, what? Brown is orange. So, like, okay. Anyways, and it's tied back into cute twin tails. These twin tails stream behind her like banners as she walks, fluttering in the breeze. I'd recognize that hair anywhere, even if I hadn't seen it illuminated by the bright lights of a stage an hour ago. It's IU. Okay, so she's just walking out here by herself? Makes zero sense. No way. I wonder why she's walking the nighttime Tokyo streets alone. Okay, see? Okay, the writing isn't as bad as I thought it is. Since she's a famous idol, shouldn't she be chaperoned by at least a dozen bodyguards? Okay. This doesn't make sense. Thank you. There's no reason IU should be out at a time like this. Maybe this woman isn't IU. It could be someone who just so happens to look a lot like her. A cosplayer. But that's impossible. She's even wearing the same cute pink and white outfit she wore while she was performing. Her skirt is multi-layered, ruffles, work of art. Why does this bro like know like every detail, but he's not a fan? A little like a fancy wedding cake, and atop her head sits a small, not at all practical hat. Her arms and legs are bare, exposed to the elements, and she's wearing a very tall, impressive pair of heels that make loud clacking noises with every step. It's hard for me to see her clearly during the concert, given I was far away from the stage. IU was nothing more than a blur, barely visible above the heads of thousands of fans. Now, however, she's standing impossibly close to me. She's only a few feet away on the other side of the street. She feels like an incredible, untouchable idol. And what did you even say? What did he say? He's getting what? Bro fucking left before I could even... Okay. Getting something to eat, I think is what he said. She feels less like an incredible, untouchable idol and more like a regular human being, which of course she is. IU might be beloved by millions, but by what the fuck? IU might be beloved by millions of people across Japan, Jesus, but she's not infallible. Yeah, what's up? Sorry, what did you say? Yeah, if I'm awake. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, but bro asking me if it's okay to call me. Like, my bitch ass don't call them. Be like, oi, 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 every time. It's like, hell no. All right. Ayu might be beloved by millions of people across Japan, but she's not infallible. She doesn't have magical powers, and she's no goddess to be worshipped at an altar. She's a regular girl. Without those heels of hers, she'll probably be very short. She's less impressive now on this windswept street than she was on stage. Crazy. But she feels more approachable. I was just lamenting my inability to take Ayu's photo 5 minutes prior. I thought I'd failed my assignment. Bro, what? But this could be my lucky break. If I ask nicely, maybe she'll pose for a pic or two. My career will be saved. Ayu, hey Ayu. I don't know if saying hey Ayu is the right way to address a famous celeb like Ayu, but neither do I care. These photos aren't going to take themselves. That's crazy. Huh? Ayu pauses. She turns, her lips pursed in a confused frown. Ah. The moment I see her face, the air is knocked out of my lungs. It's definitely her. There's nobody else this could be. This is the idol who's captured millions of hearts ever since her official debut. This is the idol I've been... What the fuck? I can't even read anymore. I'm like this dude for real. This is the idol I've seen in magazines, on the TV screen, and plastered on billboards all over Tokyo. It's the same idol I saw, albeit begrudgingly, as she performed on stage, bathed in the sea of lights. I can't let her go. The future of my career is riding on this. I don't want to be fired. Ayu! What? Bro, I was acting weird as hell. Ayu takes a step back, alarmed. Who are you? Don't come any closer to me, you creep. I'm carrying pepper spray in my bag, and I'm not afraid to use it on a mongrel like you. That's fine. You can pepper spray me or call me a mongrel or anything you want. What? You can even ask me to bow down before your feet? Nah, this guy's freaked out. This guy is... He's freaked out. This guy is freaked out, bro. Anything's fine, so long as you let me take your photo. A photo? You mean like an upskirt photo? Are you some type of pervert? No, I'm not. I'm just a humble photographer. I want to do my job. Please, won't you pose for me? This guy asked that in the most weirdest, creepiest way possible. Ayu doesn't sound moved by my cries. If anything, she looks downright disgusted, as she should. She wrinkles her nose. Whatever happened to appreciating all her fans, huh? Bro, you're fucking weird. It takes a few more hurried steps back. Leave me alone, you virgin loser. I'm not interested in posing for a so-called photographer like you. But Ayu, please, listen. No, back off, or I'll call the police. I mean it. You're nothing more than an insect to me, and I have no qualms about squashing you. Leave me alone. But I don't. This guy just said, but I don't. This man want to go to jail. The promise of maybe not being shouted at by my irate boss or indeed fired is too heady. It would have to be heavy, bro. There's no way that heady, is that a word? Heady, a holy grail for me to pass it? Nah, too heavy. I don't even know. I'm moving past that. I take another step forth. Ayu tries to retreat, but I'm faster than she is. That's crazy. And she is wearing a very high pair of heels. Ayu totters, she teeters. It looks like she's going to fall. She opens her mouth alarmed, and a high-pitched squeal emits from her lips. Kia! Ayu, wait, hold on. Ayu might have called me a mongrel and a bug, and it's true. I have no fond feelings for her music, but I still don't want her to get hurt. I need to try and help her, and so I throw caution to the wind. I dive forth, seizing Ayu's wrist with my arm, and pull her teetering body against mine. Huh? What are you... Ah! Unfortunately for me, gravity is a harsh mistress, and I'm unable to resist her. I fall over backwards, Ayu's prone body still pressed against mine. Corny ass scene. I grip my teeth together, ready for impact. As I fall, time seems to slow to a trickle. The seconds turn into minutes, which turn into hours. And then, with a loud thud and a worrying crunch, I collapse against the cold gray sidewalk. Oof. I lie there a few moments, winded, and stare up at the starry night sky. My head is pounding like the speakers at IU's concert, and my back is killing me. I hope I haven't broken any bones. Gingerly, I twitch my fingertips. They seem to be in working order. At least as a photographer, my fingers are pretty important. Then I try to sit up, but I can't. There's a weight pressing down upon my chest. It's Jesus Christ, bro. What is this picture? Can I show this on Twitch? Anyway, Ayu, the famous idol, Aikue Ayu, Japan's believe it, sweetheart. I like this image. It's crazy, bro. It's sitting astride me like a cowgirl. Hell no. Why you have to say cowgirl? Her legs are spread. Her thighs pinioning? That's a weird word. Me in place. While her skirt is all rumpled up. She holds her hand to her head, wincing, and she tries to gather her bearings. She looks dazed and confused, but I don't think she's hurt. I was able to shield her from the worst of the fall. I took the full brunt of the pain for all her sake, all to protect her pretty face. She got me barking, hell nah, and I'm glad it worked. Who'd want to look at photos of a famous idol with a bruised eye and a split lip? I'd get into a world of trouble if I tried to publish pics like that. No, it only shows like a still image of the first frame. Speaking of taking photos, crap. I had almost completely forgotten about my bag slung across my chest filled with expensive top-of-the-range equipment. I didn't buy any of that equipment myself. It was in lease by my company. My boss always warns me before I head off on my assignments to take care of the expensive camera and the lenses he trusts me with. This equipment is worth more than your life. If you break it, I'll break one of your arms. You understand? I'm not saying that shit. Ogasawara? Ooh. Damn it. The words forced their way out of my chest. My lungs feel constrained by both my mounting anxiety and the weight of Ayu's body. Dang, bro, saying she fat for real. I haven't checked inside my bag yet, but I'm already fearing the worst. The crunch sound I heard as I fell over. What if it wasn't my skull? Bro is more scared if it wasn't his skull. That's crazy. Crumpling on itself like a paper plate. But all my equipment. If my camera's broken, it'll be impossible to take a picture of Ayu, even though she's right in front of me. Bro don't got a phone. I've screwed up yet. Again, my boss is going to be pissed off. Why'd I have to come over all chivalric at such a critical junction? My job's on the line as it is, yeah, without adding wanton destruction of company property to my list of sins. Ayu might be attractive, but she isn't worth this much trouble. Now I want nothing more than to drink myself into oblivion. Hey, Ayu. I blink up at Ayu. Her pretty face swims before me, rendered vague and hazy thanks to my pounding headache. I'm sorry about all that. I know you might be in a state of shock, but would you mind getting off me? It's hard to breathe, you see. Ayu doesn't reply. Instead, she stares at me. Her eyes blink in unseeing, her mouth slack. Her soul hasn't escaped from her body, has it? Has she gone into a state of catatonic shock? Since Ayu's an idol, and a popular one at that, she must be bound by quite a strict contract. Most idols aren't allowed to spend much time with members of the opposite sex. Bro, could this be the first time she's ever been so close and personal with a man who isn't her father? I mean, bro, this guy is so weird. That might explain why she's staring at me so intensely. She looks like she's just clapped eyes on a extraterrestrial. Damn. I curse once more. My head and my lungs are on fire. As if it wasn't bad enough, I've potentially broken tens of thousands of yen worth of camera equipment. It's beginning to look like I might have broken Ayu too. I only reached out to grab her because I wanted to help. I was trying to spare her from sustaining too much damage. I never meant to cause her so much harm. I can't let myself panic. If I do, I might startle Ayu even more. I need to be cool, calm, and impersonal, like a doctor. Though, given the circumstances, that's quite a tall order. The weight of Ayu's body is pressing against me. I can feel the warmth of her skin through my clothes. Why did it pan down? Not to mention the fullness of her thighs. Oh, so you can see her thighs, but her hips are pursed and her cheeks are dusted with red blush. She looks utterly delectable. Hell no, get this creep out of here. Much like the fake strawberry that adorns her tiny top hat. I don't think much of Ayu's singing voice, but I can finally see in painfully clear detail why she's so enduringly popular. She's insanely good looking, and unlike a lot of the other celebs who hide behind extensive photo editing, she looks even better in person. She smells good too, kind of like strawberries. Bruh. The cool wind runs through Ayu's hair, wafting her scent towards me. Her unique aroma fills my nostrils, while her body consumes my eyes. Now my five senses know nothing other than Ayu. The hardness and the coldness of the sidewalk melts away as though the throbbing pain in my back and my head. All of a sudden, it doesn't matter that I can't breathe. I want this moment to last a lifetime, but that's hardly practical. If anybody sees this, we're done for. Ayu's reputation will be in shreds. Unless, of course, she claims that I molested her. Then I can forget about my work-related hopes. He said straight to prison instead. Yahoo! What? What does he say Yahoo at the end? This guy lost it. Bro, nah. Fuck, this is bad. I need to try and wriggle my way out of this position, or things will go from bad to worse. Ayu, please. We can't stay like this. Not in the middle of a public street. What do you mean by that? I don't want this to sound rude, but would you mind moving for both our sakes? Ayu breathes heavily. Her voluptuous chest rises and falls, and her thighs cinch about my waist. Rather than extricating herself from me, she's gripping me more intensely than ever. Ayu, please. I try to dissuade her, but to little avail. Her fingers grip the fabric of my shirt, and then she does something truly improbable. She begins to grind her hips against me. Bro, what? I lie there like a pinned bug. I'm so stunned. I hardly know what to think or feel. This is okay, I can say this is taking things a bit too far. This is incredible. I mean, obviously this fuck it's this perfect paragon of feminine beauty keeps rubbing against me. I won't be responsible for my future actions. She's so cute, and the little moans spilling from her mouth are to die for. Bro, what? I was never a big fan of you, IU, but if this keeps up, she might just convert me. After this is over and done with, will I be obligated to attend the rest of her concerts? Will I have to fork out the cash to buy all her newest CDs, her merch, and tickets for her performances? It'll be hard to do that if I lose my job, though. And it'll be even harder if I get sent to prison. I know I should put an end to this, but I'm a weak man. She's undeniably good looking, and she's more appealing than ever when she isn't talking in that annoying high-pitched voice of hers. Her moans. They're so sexy, it should be a crime. I want to feel more of IU's perfect body against mine. I want to hold her. I want to kiss her. IU blinks. She looks down at me, her fingers still curled about the fabric of her shirt. About the fabric of her shirt. Her lips purse. Her eyes, that's what the guy was talking about. Her eyes don't look glassy like they did before. And though she's still blushing, her brow is furrowed. She doesn't look like she's enjoying herself. In fact, she seems downright pissed. You, yes, what is it? You pervert! Yeah, bro. IU slaps my cheek. She slaps it so hard my teeth rattle and stars explode behind my eyelids. That's probably going to leave a mark. Damn. Now the right side of my face is throbbing. What a nice way to cap off the night. I can't believe you would try and take advantage of me like that out in the open. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're the absolute worst. IU pushes herself off of me. She gets to her feet, still teetering in her heels, then glowers. Your mother would be ashamed if she could see you right now. You're less than an insect. You're even less than a worm. You don't even deserve to exist on the same planet as these wormy creatures. You should kill yourself? Nah, okay. At least worms and ants and spiders help the environment. That's crazy. They're part of an ecosystem. But you're just a waste of space. You don't deserve to live. Why don't you just die? Better yet, I'll kill you myself. I really will kill you. IU doesn't try to help me back to my feet. Instead, she spits vitriol at me. Even more corrosive than the harshest of chemicals. I try to get up, but IU doesn't make it easy for me. Slapping my face wasn't enough to satisfy her self-righteous rage. Because she kicks my shin, I stagger back, hissing, doubled over with pain. Damn it. IU's heels are very sharp and pointed, and being kicked by them hurts. At least IU's hatred has helped to ease my raging passions. What? I don't feel turned on anymore. Instead, I feel pain, upset, and confused. I wasn't trying to take advantage of you. You fell. I went to steady you. It's because of me that you didn't hurt yourself. Couldn't you thank me for that at least? Thank you. IU stares at me incredulously. Why should I thank you? I never would have fallen if you hadn't called out to me, you moron. Well, I guess she's not wrong about that. That's one point to IU. Besides, I bet you wanted me to land on top of you. You were practically throbbing with anticipation. You're the worst. I never want to see you ever again. You're lucky I'm not going to call the police on you, you sick fuck. Never talk to me ever again. This is an order. IU turns and marches off. She mutters to herself, all the while her arms swinging back and forth at her sides like a soldier's. I'm not sure what she's saying exactly, but a few choice bits and pieces of her angry monologue filter back to me on the cool breeze. Loser. Who does he think he is? Attractive or anything? Not my type, so like that before. Must be a trick. Don't let him get the better of you. There's nothing special about that guy. I don't move. I'm so stunned by my unexpected encounter with IU, I can only stand there, mouth agape. It's only after a few minutes have elapsed and IU has faded from view that I can finally return to my senses. My head's still throbbing and my back aches, but I don't think I've broken anything. That's something to be thankful for at least. But the same can't be said for my camera. Shit. I take one cursory look inside my bag, and soon wish I hadn't bothered. There's no two ways about it. My boss is definitely gonna kill me. Imagine his boss is a woman. It's almost guaranteed at this point. What a day. Nah, I'm just saying, I think it is for this type of game. I'm sitting in a smoky bar nursing some cocktail or another. I'm not sure what it's called, and neither do I really care. I was so out of it when I arrived at this bar and more than a little intimidated by the vast selection of drinks available. I asked the bartender to make whatever cocktail they've wanted. The cocktail is a comforting amber color and it tastes faintly fruity. It's not bad though. In my current state of misery, I wouldn't say no to something even harder. Then again, getting too drunk might be a poor idea. My head's still killing me. Though alcohol can sometimes take the edge off of worldly pains, at other times it can only serve to exacerbate them. Given I've Given I've been so unlucky today, I'd rather not take my chances. I sip at my drink, only half tasting it. Jazzy piano music fills the air, mingled with that casual conversation. This bar is a fairly popular one, and several men and women, though mostly men, are sitting about drinking. Achoo! Thank you. Some of the men are in business suits, while the women wear sparkly evening dresses, their faces carefully made up and their feet wedged into perilously high-heeled shoes. I wonder if these men just finished work. It's a weekend, but that doesn't necessarily mean R&R for Japan's bankers or businessmen. Some companies operate even during Saturdays and Sundays, their workers obliged to work long into the night. I pity all these guys with their slicked back hair and their slightly rumpled suits. At least I would if I hadn't had such an awful day myself. Not only did I fail to take any pictures of IU, but I also I was also slapped across by the face of a self-same woman. Damn, bro's like, this game dirtying me up. I don't know. That to take things off. That to cap things off. Then to cap things off, I broke the very expensive camera equipment my boss commanded me to take care of. I'm so not looking forward to going into work on Monday. My boss is going to eviscerate me. At least the businessmen around me, wary though they look, seem to be having fun. They probably earn a lot more than I do, and I doubt their bosses are as draconian as my own. My boss is a jumped up man with an inflated sense of self-importance who loves to breathe down the necks of his employees. He chews us out for the smallest of errors, and he seems to take genuine sadistic delight in making the newest hires cry. He never made me cry. I wouldn't want to give him the satisfaction, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little afraid of him. I've generally kept in good graces for the 3 years I've been working under him, but that's going to come to an end on Monday. I'd like to think he won't fire me. As much as I dislike my job, I kind of need it to pay the bills, but that might be a touch too optimistic. Even if he doesn't fire me, which is a distinct possibility, the cost of this smash camera are going to come directly out of my earnings. Either way, I will be in trouble. I guess I'll be eating instant noodles for the rest of the month. This will be the last time I'll be able to go to this bar, too. I'm up over my drink, my fingers buried in my hair. I'm suddenly very aware of how expensive this cocktail was, and I want to make it last as long as possible. Whether I get fired or not, my finances are going to be tight. I can't afford to spend too much. How I envied the businessmen around me forking out bills for fancy drinks and snacks. Pretty women, maybe girlfriends, but they could be escorts. It's hard to tell. Hang on their arms, laughing at their bad jokes, their lips shimmering with gloss. When was the last time a pretty girl draped herself over me like that, huh? Well, strictly speaking, it was half an hour ago. I was making herself pretty comfortable on my lap until she slapped me. That's another thing I feel rotten about. That I was so sadistic. She really got my hopes up. I take another sip of my cocktail. I hope it may lighten my dreary thoughts, but it's actually making me feel worse. Maybe I should hurry up and get out of here. I'm too broke to get drunk, and the trains will stop running soon. I knock back the rest of my cocktail, then get to my feet. I'm ready to make a beeline to the exit when, oh my, Are you leaving already? That is a shame. It's not even midnight yet. A sultry voice calls me back. I turn, blinking, then gasp. Crazy. Hmm. Sitting by the counter is an incredibly attractive woman. She has a dark tan skin, which contrasts with her almost bone white hair. She's dressed in business attire, but her pinstripe suit and white shirt gape open to reveal an ample bosom. One of her legs is crossed over the other, and in one hand she holds a glass. Her eyes are green, a little like cats, and they're what am I fucking lidded? A playful smile puckers her lips, and her face is flushed, probably from the alcohol. Something about her looks familiar, but I can't quite place her face. To be quite frank, her large bosom is attracting most of my attention, as are her thighs. You could crush a watermelon between thighs like that. Was she really calling out to me? But why? I don't think I'm particularly unattractive, but my flyaway hair and my baggy jeans aren't the pinnacle of fashion or good taste. It should be obvious at a glance that I didn't pull in half the salary as some big shot businessmen around here do. I must have been mistaken. It can't have been me she was calling out to. There's no way. I turned, ready to walk away once more, but hey, I was talking to you, you know. It's rude to leave a lady in the lurch. Didn't your mother teach you any manners? Foo foo foo. The woman's laugh is throaty, and it does any number of curious things to my body. I can feel my hair standing on its end, Jesus, and my mouth feels dry despite the alcohol I consumed. I guess she really was talking to me. I beg your pardon? I glance back at the femme fatale and doing my level best not to go up at her chest. I'm not a teenager anymore. Damn it. Do I know you? You look familiar, though I don't think we've met before. Oh, I look familiar, do I? I suppose that's hardly a surprise. My name is Marina Wakatsuki Marina. Does that ring any bells? Now that she said it, her name does sound very familiar. The newspaper I work at, Sakura Daily, ran an article on her just a few weeks ago. Wakatsuki Marina is a famous entrepreneur and businesswoman, half Japanese, half South African, I think. Marina is the head of the world-famous brand of designer clothes, perfume, cosmetics, and more. She's one of the wealthiest women in Tokyo. Though she's no idol, I think she's more famous than IU. I've run into two famous celebs today, all in under an hour. What are the odds of that? Well, IU was content slapping me and calling me a pervert. Marina actually seems interested in instigating a conversation. This is amazing. I'm a photographer for a local paper, so I've met a few B-list celebrities in my time, but never before have I met a woman that exudes class and glamour like Wakatsuki Marina. But be still, my heart's beating. My, you certainly look surprised. You'll attract flies if you let your mouth hang open like that. Dear, it's not a very attractive look. Oh, I'm sorry. It's alright. You don't need to apologize. I'm not offended. People often gawp when they see me. I'm quite used to it. I am a celebrity, you know. Yes, I'm aware. I can't believe I didn't recognize you sooner. I bow again, which makes Marina giggle anew. Like I said, you don't need to apologize. I get enough of that at work. It's always yes ma'am right away. We're so terribly sorry. My workers all respect me, but they're so distant. It's like they're afraid of me. I know I'm very wealthy, beautiful, charismatic, and so on, but at the end of the day, I'm still a normal woman. I get tired of people groveling before me. Sometimes I just want to have a normal conversation. All right, I see. An apology is fully formed on my tongue, but I cut myself off before I can say anything foolish. This must be why Marina called me over, despite the vast gulf of difference between our wealth and social standing. She's tired of being, Jesus, treated like a celeb, and no doubt owing to a capricious whim of the wealthy, she wants to speak to a member of the peanut gallery like me. This is all a bit sudden. My heart's thudding incredibly hard. But, well, if Marina wants to speak to a nobody like me, who am I to refuse her? No, why don't you sit your cute bottom back down at the counter, sweetie? Don't you want to have another drink? I wouldn't mind, but I don't have much money. That's alright, I'll be more than happy to foot the bill. That's very kind of you, but are you sure I wouldn't want to put you out? Nonsense. Marina waves one manicured hand carelessly. I'm a wealthy businesswoman. A drink or two is hardly going to break the bank. Aha, haha, I guess you're right about that. I flush, embarrassed that I, a mere photographer, even thought to question the depths of Marina's pockets. She's infinitely richer than I could ever aspire to be. I know common courtesy dictates that men should foot the bill during dates, but screw it. This isn't really a date, and Marina's the one who offered to buy me a drink in the first place. I think it's fine to flaunt convention every once in a while. If you don't mind, then sure, I'll be happy if you bought me a drink. That's the spirit. I like a man who can hold his liquor. Bartender, can I get a couple of lemon highballs over here? Brother. I sit down next to Marina while she piles me with alcohol. We drink together for a while, idly exchanging banter. All the while, I try not to stare at Marina's chest. I can hardly believe that this is happening. What became of my life? About half an hour and 3 more lemon highballs later, Marina shoots a curious glance and says, "So, Hiroki, why do you look so down? Did something happen?" I guess you could say that, yeah, but was it really that obvious? Quite. That's why I called out to you. I couldn't stand to see such a handsome young man looking so, well, defeated. I know we're relative strangers, but as the old saying goes, a problem shared is a problem halved. Would you mind telling me what's on your mind? I don't know if you want to hear it. It's nothing that interesting. It's work stuff, I guess. As a businesswoman, I'm very well acquainted with troublesome work stuff. I have plenty of problems on my own to deal with. I figured as much. That's why I didn't want to burden you with mine. But Marina leans in closer to me. I can feel the silky softness of her silvery hair against my flushed skin. I think it would be nice to listen to someone else's woes. It might take my mind off my own concerns. And who knows? Listening to your problems might help me think of a way to resolve these pesky problems of mine. Would you mind telling me what's wrong, dear? I'd love to get to know you better. You're so cute after all. Marina draws her pink cat-like tongue along her lower lip. Why, you're good enough to eat. I don't think I'm all that good looking, but if you want to listen to my belly aching, I suppose I can oblige. You did buy me a few drinks after all. Now comfortably lightheaded, I offer Marina a small smile, then launch into my tale. I'm a photographer for the Sakura Daily. Do you know it? Ah, yes, I was interviewed by an employee of that newspaper only a few weeks prior, so I wasn't misremembering. We really have run a piece of Marina before. It's nice to know I'm not going senile, I guess. Well, my boss sent me out to a concert by IU tonight. She's a popular idol. Yes, I know about her. I know her very well, as a matter of fact. Really? You'd be surprised to know how close we are. Foo, foo, foo. I look at Marina, intrigued. She doesn't look like the sort of person who would be familiar with the musical stylings of IU. Marina looks like she'd be into classical music or jazz, not high enough J-pop numbers. High energy. Why'd I say enough? I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. Well, I was meant to take some pics of IU while she was performing, but there were a few problems. The trains were delayed, and I arrived at the concert late. It was already started. It had already started when I got there, and I couldn't get to the front of the crowd. I was shunted all the way to the back, behind a whole sea of people. There was no space, and there was too many bodies in the way. I couldn't set up my camera. I had no chance to take any photos. Oh no, that sounds like quite the disaster. It was. My boss is going to kill me when he finds out, and that's not the end of it. I gave Marina a quick, abridged version of the night's events. I tell her about my gloomy nighttime wanderings through the city and then my chance encounter with IU. I don't go into every single gory detail. I don't, for instance, tell Marina how I got excited when IU fell on me, but I do tell Marina that IU slapped me for my efforts and then called me a pervert. I didn't want to do anything inappropriate to her. I was just trying to do my job. I lament helplessly, my words falling into a tumble from my throat. When lubricated with alcohol, it's surprisingly easy to gush about the most embarrassing of things. She slapped me very hard, too. The whole side of my head is still hurting. Ah, yes. I can see a red mark on your face now that you mention it. She must have done a number on you. She really did. For an idol, she has a surprising amount of upper body strength. I didn't know she was so powerful. She certainly doesn't look like it. She's so tiny and she wears so much pink. Idols are made of tougher stuff than you might think. They pour a lot of time and effort into perfecting their dance routines, and they work long hours. I'm not surprised that IU's so strong, though I wish she'd learned to use that head of hers. She's so thoughtless. I really am sorry she caused you so much distress, Hiroki. It's fine. That's what's done is done. I'm trying not to think about it too much, and the alcohol certainly is helping. My surroundings look hazy and unreal, and my mind is pleasantly numb. One or two things about Marina's words do seem quite odd, though. It sounds like you know IU quite well, not just as an idol, but as a person. I suppose you could say that. IU and I are close, like I said. We're not family, but we might as well be. She's like a naughty little sister to me, I suppose. What, really? I didn't know that. Few people do. My relationship with IU isn't widely publicized. IU's good on putting a cute act before the cameras, but she has a short temper and she can be quite nasty at times. Do you want me to have a word with her? I'm really quite upset that she would treat you so badly. Oh no, it's fine. Like I said, it's too late to worry about that now. Maybe so, but I do sympathize with you. You must have had a rough night. Well, that's just part of being an adult. I'm used to it. The alcohol has helped, so has talking to you. Thanks for listening to my worries, Marina. It's no problem at all. I'm glad I was able to aid you in some small manner, though I wish I could do more. It's partially my fault. IU was so rude to you. If I disciplined her better, she would have never slapped you. Keeping IU in line is my job. Lady Yue asked me to keep an eye on her, and I've failed. I feel, most humbled. Lady Yue? I wonder who that is. Based on the title Marina gave her, she sounds like royalty. Is she a foreign princess? But what connection does she have with Marina and IU? I'm a little lost, but before I can ponder this, I have a soft sensation against my thigh. Marina is gripping my upper leg with one hand, her manicured nails digging through the fabric of my pants. Hiroki. Marina leans in. Her voice falls to a soft, sultry whisper which envelops my body like a caress. I cannot overstate how sorry I am that IU caused you so many problems. She's a naughty girl. I will scold her later. But for now, I would like to apologize on her behalf. Would you mind coming back to my office with me? You're a fine specimen of a man, and it's been a long time since I found prey worthy of my unique attention. You intrigued me the moment I saw you, so please. Marina licks her lips, her eyes heavy with expectation. Don't let me down. Dog, what? My, I must say I'm impressed. I didn't think you'd be able to go for quite that long, particularly with all the alcohol inside you. You're quite the interesting man, Hiroki. Marina laughs, her eyes half-lidded, as she runs her fingers through my hair. She's sitting cross-legged upon the floor, wearing her typical office attire. I, meanwhile, am lying upon Marina's lap, wearing nothing but my underwear. Under normal circumstances, I'd probably feel exposed, but, well, these circumstances are nothing, or anything other than normal. I met the famous businesswoman Wakatsuki Marina in a bar on a swanky street. After plying me with a few drinks, she invited me back to her office. Then we enjoyed ourselves. Now my madness has subsided somewhat. I'm beginning to feel the consequences of my actions. My whole body aches as though I've been thrown off the top of Tokyo Tower, and my head's killing me. At least I can rest it on Marina's delectable thighs. How cute. Marina continues to run her hands through my hair. Her voice a light lilting sing-song. Though I put Marina through the ringer, she's emerged from our lovemaking relatively unscathed. She doesn't seem at all out of breath, unlike me. In fact, she's even smiling. I guess Marina's forged from pretty tough stuff. Is that a prerequisite if you want to get ahead in the business world? She has far more stamina than I do. Marina. I blink up at Marina's pretty face, my gaze on focus. Her visage swims before me, and my temples start to pound. Something fierce. Shit. Yes. Marina, for her part, only smiles. She looks down at me, her bone white hair trailing against my cheeks, and says sweetly, "What is it, dear?" I was just wondering, did that feel good to you? You're concerned about my enjoyment? Yeah, I was so into it, I didn't really think about you, but that's not fair. I was acting selfish. My, you really are a sweetheart. How conscientious of you. I didn't I don't think I'm very sweet. I behaved like an animal earlier. Maybe you did, but I quite like that. I'm fond of men who can take charge. Though it's much appreciated that you care about me so much, Fufu. To answer your earlier concerns, yes, I enjoyed myself. I haven't had a chance to let out steam like that in a long while. Ah, thank goodness. Marina's gentle reassurances elicit a small sigh of relief. Now that I know she enjoyed herself too, I feel like I can relax. I yawn. Sleep washes over me in waves. My eyelids feel very heavy, and it's a struggle to keep my eyes open. I nuzzle my head against Marina's warm lap and close my eyes. My temple's still pounding, but I feel surprisingly at ease with Marina. This might sound weird given everything we just did, but there's something almost motherly about her. I can feel my conscience slipping away. But as I fall into a land of slumber, I swear I can hear Marina's voice, light and sing-song as always. What a charming specimen you are. I was drawn to you by mere curiosity at first, I admit, but you've made quite the impression. You're a sweet boy with a surprising amount of stamina, and your scent is very, very unique. I've never met a human boy quite like you before. Maybe I'll make you mine. I'm sure that will make Ayu jealous. She's always been so possessive. But don't worry, my cute, precious Hiroki. No matter what happens, I'll always let you rest your weary head on my lap. Foo-foo-foo. Laughing softly, Marina bows her head. I can feel her warm breath against my cheek, coupled with the softness of her silver hair. The fucking hell. Um, Maybe this is all a dream. It doesn't feel real. Reality's starting to slip from my grasp like melting snow. But I'm sure as my breathing evens out and my mind drifts away that I can feel a soft sensation against my lips. Beep, 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 beep. What? I'm roused from my slumber the following morning by the shrill beeping of my alarm clock. Its tiny cry burrows into every single crevice of my skull. My temple throbs and I groan. My head's killing me. Sadly for me, my alarm clock doesn't seem to understand how under the weather I am. It's nothing but a machine, and it's utterly immune to my plight. Beep, beep, beep. The hateful device continues to mock me. I swear it's getting louder with every beep. Alright, enough. I sit up on my futon, the covers bunching about my bare legs and reach out for the clock. I seize it, then turn it off with a satisfying click. Now that my alarm clock's been silenced, I can finally hear myself think. Thank God for that. How much did I have to drink last night anyways? I press my hand against my temple. It does little to ease the throbbing pain beneath my fingertips. Speaking of last night, what happened? I can't remember. It's all a blur. I think I went to see the famous famous idol IU in the concert. I didn't see IU because I wanted to. Her music's not really my thing. I did it because I had to. It was a job. I brought along my expensive camera equipment, hoping to make a few high quality pics of IU's performance, but oh God. I glance about my bedroom. My clothes are strewn across the floor, my shoulder bag alongside them. I can't remember the precise details of last night, but I do remember tripping and falling on my ass. I hurt my head and my back, and my bag made an alarming crunch as it fell on the sidewalk. My camera, did I really break it? I lurched across my room, dragging my futon with me. Why am I reading like that? In my claw, and claw my way to my bag. I open it up, praying for the best while expecting the worst. I'd very much like my hazy recollections of last night to be nothing more than a nightmare, but damn it, the camera's scuffed and marked. And the camera's scuffed and marked. The camera's scuffed and marked, and the lens is cracked all the way down the middle. That's tough. That's tough, my guy. It's completely inoperable. Alright, Hiroki, calm down. Maybe the lens is broken, but the camera itself might work. You just need to stay cool. I extricate the heavy camera from my bag with trembling sausage-like fingers and reach for the on-off switch. I press it, heart hammering, awaiting a miracle, but no dice, huh? The camera refuses to turn on. It's given up the ghost completely. It's given up the ghost completely? Bro, what? Okay. Well, that's just peachy. Peachy? Jeez, I can't read. I really can't read. Disgusted, I throw the broken camera back into the bag. It's not like I can damage it more than I already have. And fall back against the tatami floor with a thud. And to think I wanted to be a photojournalist, now I'm nothing more than a liability. This morning isn't the most auspicious. I wish I could turn back time, slip beneath my futon, and fall asleep once more. Then I wouldn't have to contend with the looming fear or losing my job, or this awful headache. At least today's a Sunday. I don't need to go into work until tomorrow. That should give me a bit of time to prepare for the inevitability of losing my job. That is strange, though. If today's a Sunday, why is my alarm clock on? I usually turn my alarm clock off during the weekends when I don't have jobs to attend to, that is. I have to wake up pretty early to commute to work during the weekday, so on the weekends, I like to veg out in my futon until midday. Did I turn my alarm clock on before I went to bed? But why? They past me want to torture present me or something? Do I have a secret sadistic streak or something? Well, given I'm the welcome back. Well, given I'm the one who set this alarm clock, perhaps it's more correct to say I'm masochistic. Then again. Okay. Alright, bro. Alright, I think, can stream hear you? What the heck? Was I really the one who set the alarm? How did I get home anyways? I don't remember. After that failed gig, I went out drinking and then I strained my brain struggling to remember. And that's when it hits me in a sudden burst of intense realization. Wakasuki Marina, she invited me back to her office. How did I forget that? I enjoyed myself with the famous businesswoman Wakasuki Marina in an attempt to forget my sorrows. Then I passed out. I almost said pissed. What the fuck? How then did I end up back up in my apartment? I don't get it. Did last night really happen, or I look around my room searching for some kind of clue? Fortunately, it doesn't take me long to spot it. There, lying next to my alarm clock, is an envelope. Is that from Marina? I opened the envelope, then slide out a pure white sheet of paper that reads thus: Dear Hiroki, thank you for drinking with me last night. I had a very good time. I hope our dalliances prove to be enjoyable for you too. After you passed out of my office, I asked my chauffeur to drive you back home. I found your address on your business card, which was in your wallet. I hope you could forgive me for looking through something so personal. I asked the chauffeur to set your alarm nice and early so you don't oversleep. You drank a good deal last night, and I'm afraid you'll doze the day away if given the opportunity. Remember, the early bird catches the worm. You might disagree with me, but I think it's important to wake up in a timely manner. Don't go back to bed, you hear? I've taken quite an interest in you, and I'm going to whip you into shape if that's the last thing I do. Maybe you could look at it as a pet project of mine. Yours, Marina. P.S. If you're worried about going into work tomorrow, don't be. I have connections, and I'll do all I can to smooth things over. I won't let your boss fire you. You're much too precious. Huh? Well, what do you know? I guess I really did meet Wakasuki Marina last night. It wasn't a weird fever dream after all. I'm not sure what Marina means by her post status, though. Is she going to talk to my boss on my behalf? That'd be nice of her, but I'm not sure if even Wakasuki Marina would be able to talk my boss over. He's a stubborn old goat. I should prepare for the worst, just to be sure. God, my head's throbbing so much it's hard to think. Sorry, Marina, but I think I'm going back to bed after all. I shuffle back onto my futon and drop inelegantly against the soft covers. Man, this bum, bro, get up. This is too much for me to deal with right now. I'm afraid if I don't get any rest, my brain will explode. My life's starting to feel like something from a TV drama. I just hope whoever's in charge of writing the screenplay of my life will see fit to tone things down a notch come tomorrow. The next day, safe. I jump onto the train seconds before the automatic doors close. In my haste, I push a couple of businessmen wielding briefcases to the side. They tut at me disapprovingly. I'm sorry. I apologize to these men. I had bowed as well as any good youngster should. It's important to remember one's manners after all, even on a day like this. It's a Monday morning and the weather is swelteringly hot. I woke a little after 6:30 and I had a shower, ate a hurried breakfast, pulled on my clothes, then headed to the train station. I got my train around 7:30 as per usual, and now I'm ready for my daily hour commute to work. If my calculations are right, I should get to work around 8:30, though my workday doesn't technically start until 9 o'clock. My boss is a hard ass, and he likes everybody to be present and accounted for far earlier. It would be nice if I got paid a little extra for coming in half an hour early and staying behind hours later. But that's not how the world works. My boss isn't just a hard ass, he's also incredibly stingy. If I could find a better job a little closer to home, I'd accept it in a heartbeat. But it's precisely because I can't find a better job than this that I've been stuck at this that I've been stuck at this place for the past 3 years. It's enough to make a man cry, really. Well, when my boss learns the full extent of my failures over last weekend, I might not have to worry about this commute much longer. Marina said she put in a good word to my boss, but I don't know how much weight her reassurances will hold. She might be famous, but my boss isn't the sort of person to be swayed by celebrities. The train sways back and forth, rattling down the track. This particular compartment is full to bursting, and I'm being jostled around from all sides by grumpy men and women. The train takes a curve, and I slip backwards. I accidentally stand on a businesswoman's foot, and she glowers at me. Sorry, I'm very sorry. I seem to be upsetting everyone today. Talk about losing friends and alienating people. I try to shuffle away from the woman, but there's nothing else I can really do. There's barely an inch of free space in this miserable compartment, and my sides being poked and jostled with intrusive elbows. It's a hot summer's day, and the inside of this overcrowded train feels like a sauna. I already showered once this morning, but I'm sweating already. I hope I don't smell bad. Time takes by far too slowly. The train pulls in a stop, and mercifully, a few people get off, including the woman whose foot I stepped on. Finally, I can breathe, but not far along. A new influx of people get on the train, more than making up for those who stepped off. Now the compartment's even more crowded than ever. Who the fuck is this lady, bro? My goodness. I'm hemmed in by the doors, a businessman behind me and a young girl to the front. I can't see the girl's face, but if I had to wager a guess at her age, I'd put her in her early 20s. She isn't wearing a school uniform, which rules out the possibility she's a high school student. Maybe she attends a local university. Her hair is dyed a crazy shade of blue, and she's wearing a pink jacket coupled with a pair of very, very short shorts. She's pressed against me so intimately I can smell her. She's unlike the other grumpy commuters on this train, smells fresh and sweet and a little like cinnamon. Her hair in particular is delectable. How I'm aware of how good this mystery girl smells, I'm more anxious than ever what I might smell of. Silly though it is, I like to make a good impression on her. I can't see her face, but I'm sure she's cute. Only a cute girl would wear shorts as daringly tiny as hers. You'd be surprised, brother. I imagine the girl in my head, as I often do during my commutes to work. I mean, it's not like there's anything else I can do. I fashion her with a pair of large eyes fringed with long lashes and a button nose. She'll have pursed lips, pink like cherry blossoms, and two sweetly blushing cheeks, and a nice body. I don't even need to wonder what her body's like because I can feel it pressed against me. It's possible that this could be an honest mistake on the girl's part, but yeah. Now she's moaning. I want to escape before things escalate any further, but that's impossible. This train's too busy. This girl has me trapped, and she must know it. How am I gonna wiggle out of this one? Hey, I draw closer to the girl, a risky move I know. I bring my lips closer to her ear. You might not be aware of this, but I swallow. You're kind of pressing against me. I hope that this is some sort of misunderstanding. With a bit of luck, the girl was squeak in alarm and back away with her face burning. I'd like to resolve this problem peacefully without disturbing the peace around us people. The people around us. I know. The girl replies swiftly with nary a trace of embarrassment in her tone. What do you mean you know? I know what I'm doing. You do? Then why don't you stop? I don't want to. This is too much fun. This might be fun to you, making me squirm, but this is a real problem for me. It's a problem? You don't like it? I'm afraid I like it a bit too much. You're a total stranger. I don't know. Let's just be a freak. No, that's not it. I like it more than I should. If this keeps going, we'll both be in trouble. Really? Yes, really. This is dangerous, so I don't get it. If you like it, we should keep going. I want to make you happy. Ah, I'm not getting through to her. In fact, I think I might have made things worse. Marina wasn't joking. You smell incredibly good. Oh, hell no. I need to turn this game off. I just want to be close to you, Hiroki. Okay. Freaka. Ha ha ha. I make my way to work, and the soles of my shoes slapping against the sidewalk. After the little incident on the train, I felt obliged to get off a few stops earlier than usual. I couldn't bring myself to stay on that train surrounded by all those good men and women after everything I'd done. It'd be way too embarrassing. I gasped for the air as I wended my way through Tokyo's busy streets. Men and women in business attire thronged about me, and veritable armies of high school students in their crisp white uniforms chatting gill-excitedly. They all look young and carefree. The girls with their plaited hair and blue plaid skirts, the boys with their sports bags slung all over their shoulders and their scuffed black shoes. What I wouldn't give to be a teen again. They don't know how easy they have it. My encounter with that mysterious girl on the train might have taken my mind off things for a minutes. Geez, my brain's dying right now. Did our liaison, I forget how you pronounce that word, truly finish so fast? Fuck out of here. But now doubts are starting to catch up with me. It doesn't matter how quickly I walk, I can't outstrip my fear. Oh, what am I going to do when I see my boss? What is he gonna say? My head might as well be a chopping block. This day's shaping up to be a crazy one, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. I've been awake a handful of hours. Maybe when I work, I'll find my boss has transformed into a cute girl. That's quite a disturbing thought, actually. You know what? Let's not pursue the train of thought any longer. Really, though. If I get to work and find my garrulous, ill-tempered boss has transformed into a cute girl overnight, I wouldn't even be surprised at this point. It would be more than just one. Wait, no, it would be just one more drop in the ever-expanding ocean. Oh God, it would be. Anyway. But to my relief, though not necessarily surprised. What do you have to say for yourself? My boss has not turned into a cute girl after all. He looks as ill-tempered as always, if not more. I've only just arrived in the office. I've yet to set down my bag and sit at my desk, and he's already given me an earful. He careened into the office the moment he heard me open the door. He must have been waiting for me to make a grand entrance, like a fan eagerly waiting at the beginning of an IU concert. But unlike IU's loyal contingent of fans, Jesus, my boss isn't holding a glow stick or wearing a shirt with my face on it. If he was, I'd be pretty freaked out, not gonna lie. Instead, he's holding a cup of coffee in one hand, a scowl on his face. Judging by his expression and the way he's shaking, he'll spill that coffee if he's not careful. He's preparing himself for the mother of all rants. I am so busted. Well, don't just stand there going, oh, you gormless cretin. You know what you've done. Where's my apology? I'm sorry, boss. Sorry won't cut it. You know that. Then why did you ask me to apologize in the first place? Cook. That's what I'd like to say. But I know, given the circumstances, it'd be better not to infuriate him further. My boss has never hit anyone before, though secretly, I think he'd quite like to, but the steaming cup of coffee in his hands is quite concerning. It would be very easy for him to accidentally slip in his rage and pour it all in the front. I asked you to get some photos. What the fuck? Oh, I went backwards. I asked you to get some photos of IU for an upcoming news piece, and you buggered it all up. Where are my photos, huh? I'm sorry. There were a few technical issues. The train were delayed, and that's no excuse. As a photographer, no. As an employee, it's your duty to see it, see to it that you accomplish all your jobs, regardless of the external circumstances. So the trains were delayed? So what? You should have used your head. Why didn't you hire a taxi? It was too late for that. The train broke down. I got on it in time, but nothing. The boss slams the coffee down on the table. I don't know. A few brown droplets of scalding drink fly over the rim of the cup and splatter on a stack of documents. I guess I'm going to have to clean that up later. That is, if the desk is still mine by the end of the morning. The more my boss rants and raves, the more unlikely that's beginning to look. A few of my work colleagues have been alerted by the noise because they're peeking at us curiously. One of my workmates give me a sympathetic smile, while the other one looks coldly amused by my plight. I guess it's alright for them, lucky so-and-sos. I've had it up to here with you. I have no need for an employee who can't do his job. You're a failure, and to cap it all off, you broke an expensive piece of company equipment. I stare at my boss. He could have deduced my failure to take any pics of IU, given my failure to upload them to cloud over the weekend, but how does he know about the camera? I haven't told him about that yet. I was saving that bit of news to last. I thought it'd be nice to cap this awful morning. The cherry on top of this shit Sunday, if you please. Somebody must have told him about the camera already, but who? Was it Marina? Did she really call my boss and beg for his pardon? If so, I commend her efforts, but my boss doesn't look at all moved by her pleas. His face getting redder by the second. I'm afraid he's about to explode. Why did I say already? Like an overinflated weather balloon. When I heard that, I just about hit the roof. How could you be so careless? That camera's worth more than your life. Our deadlines have all been pushed back because of your carelessness. How do you feel about that? I look at my feet, my voice drop into a whisper. I am very sorry, sir. What did you say? My boss leans in, cupping his ear with his hand. Speak up, boy. I can't hear you. I said, Even more of my colleagues are watching me now. They're not even trying to hide their amusement. I bet they're all laughing at my expense. People can be so cruel. I'm very sorry, sir. Really, I am. I know my behavior was inexcusable. Indeed it was. But now, but not only do you make a hash of a simple job, but also destroyed a piece of company equipment. I should have you fired for that, at the very least. But I'm a lenient man. Yes, boss, you're right. I'll have my desk cleared out right away and... Wait, what? You heard what I said. My boss folds his arms, his expression sullen. You've worked at this company for 3 years. During this time, you've been a model employee. It's rare that I've had cause to get on your case, unlike various other people in this room. My boss shoots a pointed glance at a few of my other coworkers who are still listening to my supposed dressing down. Not that they've realized most of the drama has passed away, they seem to have lost interest. A couple of them blush suitably chastised as they return to their work, while a few others pout and click their tongues. Did they want me to be out of a job? This office is full of vultures. In general, I have no complaints with you. Last Saturday was an unfortunate blip, shall we say, in your otherwise spotless performance. If you were a newbie, I'd be inclined to fire you over this, but I don't want to cast one of my valued employees out into the cold over a couple of mishaps. Then does that mean? Yes, indeed, I'm giving you another chance, but you're on thin ice. Don't betray my trust again, or you'll be sorry. I don't like being made a fool out of. I'm going to work you to the bone. Be prepared to put in hours to make up for your atrocious blunder. Do you hear me? Oh, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I bow deeply to my boss, cringing at my own superciliousness all the while. Only a few seconds ago, I was insulting this guy in my head. Calling him an asshole. I'm so two-faced. Maybe my boss isn't quite as horrid as I thought, but he's still a businessman at the end of the day, and I doubt he'd make this call if he didn't have ulterior motives. Jesus. Now I'm curious. What's going to happen about the camera? Will the costs of replacing it be taken from my own wages? About that camera. It's a funny story, that. The boss manages his quivering chin in thought. That would be standard company policy, yes, but you can rejoice. You must have a guardian angel. An angel, sir? Indeed. She called the office this morning when I got in for work, and she explained the whole sorry affair to me. At first, I was incredulous. I thought it was some kind of prank, but she was very persuasive. Still, my boss shakes his head, bemused. I can't believe that you know Wakasuki Marina. For such a plain, unassuming man, you've got a surprising amount of connections. Ah, so Marina really did call my boss. That wasn't just talk. I don't know Marina all that well, but she's already done a lot for me. I have to wonder what she sees in me and how I'm going to repay her. How do you get into her good graces, You the two of they already fucked. You two the two of you the two of your childhood friends. Oh no. I've only known her a day. Really? My boss snorts. Well, you must have made quite the impression. She offered to pay for the equipment you damaged in full. She wired the money over to the company bank account shortly after our phone call. She also told me that she's familiar with Ikue IU. She offered to set up a private meeting between you and her so you can take photographs of her uninterrupted. What do you think about that? Once more, words failed me. I stare at my boss in silent, slack-jawed surprise. Unable to articulate more than a handful of broken syllables. I clear my throat, then try again. Is the day of this morning fixed? Meeting. Is this meeting fixed? Jeez, I can't read. Yes, indeed. Miss Wakasuki put me through to Miss Ikue's agency. And they were only too happy to oblige. You'll be meeting Miss Ikue this weekend alone on her private beach in... Dang, that's crazy. On her private beach alone? Dang. Dang. Also, why do they have the word business on the wall? That's stupid. In Okinawa. We'll fly you out there. Of course, Miss Wakasuki very kindly offered to foot the bill. I'll mail the full details over to you later, but that's about the gist of things. You've been given an amazing opportunity, so don't screw this up. You have a chance to take as many pictures of Miss Ikue as you want, and while you're at it, you might as well interview her. This could be your big break. Give it your all. I won't accept anything less than 110%. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I bow and scrape to my bosses anew, amazed by the wealth of possibilities that's landed in my lap. Yes, sir, of course, sir. I don't know why I read that shit again. Anyways, I'm going to see IU again this weekend on a private beach in Okinawa, no less. As a mere member of the hoi polloi, I've never been to a private beach before. I'm starting to feel like a celeb myself. Marina really has came through for me. Not only did she pay for the camera I smashed, but she managed to fix up a meeting between IU and I. My boss was right for once. Marina really is like a guardian angel. She's a dark-skinned, fair-haired angel. I owe her. If not my life, then my job. My immediate future has been secured, but I can't afford to get complacent. Don't get complacent. There's still my meeting with IU to contend with. If I'm going to impress both Marina and my boss, I need to do my best. Now I've been saddled with all these responsibilities. I don't want to let anybody down. Hell yeah. My mom's calling me. She's probably like, the fuck are you reading? I'm kidding. Dick, don't get complacent. I'm proud of you. Don't get complacent. Sorry, that was a stretch. Bro, do I play something else or do I have to keep playing this dumbass game? Bro, tired of me reading. Guys call you daddy. Hey, daddy. This man's slow as hell. You may be my daddy, but he not my baby, bro. Don't get it. That's crazy.